Liverpool then with their second win of the season, coming from behind to beat Newcastle by 2-1. We welcome into the show Julien Laurent and Shaka Hislop are with us. Steve, we've got to start with you, mate. How do you describe that?
Do you know, it's really weird. I'm looking at those stats, 72%, 500 and something passes, 23 shots. But yet, I feel as though Liverpool got out of jail.
Right.
You know, they may have had all the possession, but they really didn't do anything with it. I mean, I don't remember a chance in the game where I'm saying, I can't believe whoever it may have been didn't score. I can't believe it. You know, six on goal, and I don't remember saying, Pope, what an incredible save.
Yeah.
It is it's just, I'm astounded.
Pope didn't have to do that much, really, Craig. Like, throughout the 90 minutes, as Stevie says.
I mean, they huffed and puffed, but without... Look, you couldn't sit here and say they missed 6 great open goals, right? It just didn't happen. They had lots of good possession, but there's a couple of ingredients missing. One of them's at the back, because there was another poor defender. I mean, the ball from Alexander-Arnold wasn't great, but you still can defend it. Van Dijk goes out to the left-hand side, Fabinho drops in, and between them they don't follow the runner, he steps out. And then up front, it's sort of huffing and puffing, and there's not a huge threat, it seems, from the middle of the park. You know, Elliott was, got himself in some great positions as a youngster. But I honestly think Klopp's got to calm down. I know he wears his heart on his sleeve, but he talked about time wasting, in his press conference 24 hours before the game.
He's searching though, isn't he?
Teams are coming to Anfield, they're going to try everything, a bit like going to City.
Yes.
They're going to try everything, he's got to accept that. But he's on the touchline, he's getting involved, he's berating officials more than ever. My God, when Isak scored that brilliant second goal that was chopped off for offside by I don't know, half a foot. Yep. He was before it was chopped off, Klopp was down the touchline after the assistant for not putting the flag up. But it was so tight, he had to leave it. And it just seems he's got everything in his mind at the moment. Everything's against him in a sense that, his team's not quite performing as well as he would like, and he's got the opposing managers, everybody's wasting time, and the referees, and get your flag up, and I think somehow that's been portrayed in his team a little bit.
That tells you how it's not just us when we're talking about how Liverpool are struggling.
Right.
Because all the actions of Klopp are of his team struggling. He is shouting, screaming, trying to come up with anything other than turn round and blame his players. That's what you're seeing right now. A guy who's not blaming his players, but blaming every other thing possible.
Does the manner of this victory then change things going forward?
100%.
It's the spark. Obviously, they've got the Merseyside derby this weekend.
And they're getting Nunez back as well. It takes something like this to kickstart any team. And obviously this, hopefully, is what kickstarts Liverpool. But I guess they'll have some players coming back, and particularly Nunez up front, because up front it's flat. You talk about missing Nunez big time. Firmino, yes, got his goal, but I thought again he was horrible. Diaz, when he gets the ball, everybody gets on the edge of the seat.
Yeah.
But other than that incredible goal last week, there's not been too much finishing on it, and Mo Salah's not at his best at all. So, yeah, absolutely, this could kickstart.
I mean, there was a little fracas at the end, but I don't know about you, anybody here. I don't have a problem with the goal in the 98th minute.
Well, no, it was time wasting that went on.
Yeah, because just and also, Newcastle didn't think so.
Yeah.
But also at the end, Nick Pope went down just prior to that goal going in for a cross to the back post that he took quite cleanly. I didn't see much contact. If any, there was 2 players getting themselves sorted for cramp. He went down and stayed down. So all that was added on. So maybe Newcastle have got some reservations about the time added on, but it's 5 minimum. And I thought that was just that the referee allowed that corner to be taken.
When it was 1-1, there was a lot of expletive-laden shouting at the television, including, why are we even watching, why are we even talking about title race in Liverpool? They're not in it. Has this result changed your mind?
Why are you watching a game with him?
I like watching it with him. It's good entertainment.
Well, my exact words to you were, because at the time we were talking, it was 1-1. It was looking as if it was done.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, right,
giving up.
Can we? If we'd turned around at the start of the season and Liverpool said, you know what, City, don't worry about it. We'll give you 7 points at the start and we'll be okay. You would have went, what? And that's what it was staring Liverpool in the face, was a 7-point gap after 5 games. Now it's 5. That's huge.
Right, OK.
That's 1 game and 1 draw.
OK.
If you look at it in those terms, if you look at it in 7 points, it's wow. If you look at it in the terms of one game and a draw, it sort of changes the balance of what you're thinking.
Don't get too deep in the numbers. You're going to confuse yourself here.
Shaka, from a Newcastle perspective, that was a tough ending.
It really was. But even from a Newcastle perspective, I didn't have any problem with the timing of the goal either. Just kind of given some of the time wasting and Pope going down. That's fair, and I'm trying to be as neutral as I can here. As far as Liverpool goes, and from what the boys are saying about Klopp, so much of it reminds me of 2021, when it was COVID affected, but Liverpool certainly weren't playing well. Klopp was coming out with these really odd excuses that didn't seem to make an awful lot of sense. Later on that season, we come to find out that his mother was ill and eventually passed. So you had to wonder, or you had to accept it and explain it away as that. This, again, feels equally weird in terms of performance and Klopp's reaction. You get all 3 points. But as I watch this game, and Stevie's right about Liverpool and the numbers, if Sam Maximan was on the pitch today for Newcastle, you couldn't help but think that this could have been so much worse, and Newcastle could have been out of sight with that added pace down the left-hand side, and that's no slight on Fraser. Sam Maximan is just that kind of an untouchable player, especially up against Trent Alexander-Arnold. So Liverpool, all in all, get lucky in a number of ways, but not necessarily so in the timing of the goal.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.